Avalanche. One day, Edward had to be taken to the works by Doug. Bogo had taken over his work. As he waited, he saw an old rusty As he was getting bored, he suddenly saw Thomas shunt a big coach in. It was rusted with no wheels, broken windows, broken doors, and everything. He wondered who the strange newcomer was. Later, he heard in a quiet, timid voice, "Excuse me? Who are you?" "Oh, me, I'm Edward. I work on this railway with Sir Topham Hatt." "Your Sir Topham Hatt has saved me from scrap. And your name is Edward, I assume?" "I just said that." "Oh, yes. My name's Victoria." "Where do you come from? That sounds familiar." "From the Furnace Railway." "Why, bless me, no wonder you're familiar." Yes. Why are you here?" "Your fat controller decided to push me. But what happened? I used to be an old hut. Before I used to be an old hut, I worked on a railway. They called it East Stangula Railway. It was a nice railway by the look of it. People came, there were boats, houses, everything you can imagine. Water would do rushing noises. It was just amazing. I loved it there. And I worked with my I was a blue coach with my sister Victoria. And there was also Albert, the Blue Furnace Pacific. He was my friend. He has a similar face to you." "Yes, I suppose too." "Yes, silly stuff," he called this. Silly stuff. Don't silly stuff. Silly stuff. Just know it's just stuff. You shouldn't even bear by it." "That sounds like Thomas," said Edward. "He always boasted he was stronger than snow. It was just old, soft stuff." One day, passengers were boarding a train while Albert was waiting patiently. He was impatient for the guard to blow his whistle, but nonetheless he went on. The rivers were strange because they had been freezing before, and that had never happened before. He was waiting patiently. The guard blew his whistle, and they went towards the tunnel. The tunnel was big as a mound of snow was near it. He gave a big steaming noise, and suddenly, kapooey! The snow landed like wishing. After the guard had blew his whistle and Albert steamed away. The steam was hot, and it melted the snow. That is exactly why it melted. And, well, not melted, it just got unstable because of ice cube. It began to come down, and powie, it fell all over us. Albert stopped. They applied the brakes, and even more snow came down. Helen was almost buried. And as for Albert, he was covered from fender to footplate. The passengers were okay. Then it was until the next day workmen came out to dig us out. They worked for hours and hours. It was 8 hours for night and 15 hours during the day. I had never been so cold in my entire life. If I ever get that cold again, I will remember it always about this. Albert never boasted about it then. "I wonder why," chuckled Edward. And the two laughed together. To be continued in the next coming short, Toby's Vintage Train.